Financial alternative data is really crucial in using this strategy of social arbitrage. Social arbitrage is when you gain an informational edge on the market through various forms of, let's say, alternative data, which is non financial related data, and use that to trade profitably within the market. A large part of my business, outside of just making some YouTube videos for fun, is working with this financial alternative data, and I offer this type of data and this ability to essentially do your own social arbitrage research or your own alternative data research through a platform and business that I started outside of my YouTube channel. This platform is called TickerTrends, which I've talked a little bit across my YouTube channel. But in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the new features that I brought to the platform, some of the new things that are coming out, and also talk about the results and performance of the social arbitrage hedge fund. So if you're not already familiar with this is a subscription platform which is offered through a data terminal. So you can think of this like a Bloomberg terminal, but for non-financial data. So you can look at things like social media trends, web traffic trends, search trends, Amazon trends, Reddit trends, TikTok trends, etc. We have all of these data sources integrated into the platform. You can monitor these data sources. You can track thousands and thousands of companies, cryptocurrencies, currencies, commodities, anything you want related with this data. And we do everything for you. We collect the data for you. We source the data for you. We allow you to visualize and analyze the data. And all you have to do is research and look at the data. And hopefully you can find something useful with it. At least that's what I believe. I believe this data is exceedingly useful. And of course, hedge funds and large institutions believe that as well, as they pay, let's say, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars or more per year to gain access to this type of data. Now, the actual data terminal itself, we just recently changed the subscription model to where it is now a monthly subscription of $87 per month. So it's open to anyone, non-institutional users, retail users, no matter who you are. You can use the platform on an individual license for $87 per month, which is just a base monthly subscription fee, no yearly contract or anything like that. And we also have a money back guarantee. So if you try the platform and you don't like it, you can get your money back. If there's some issue, get your money back. We want feedback. We want people using the platform. So we're very, very confident to stand by the price of $87 per month because, as I mentioned before, we know that this data and this information is worth a lot more. So we're okay with making it way cheaper and even giving you your money back if you don't like it, because that just means you're not the right fit for the platform. Or maybe you have some valuable feedback for us, which we are more than willing to offer the platform essentially for free to you so that you can give us that feedback. If you're interested in the TickerTrends data terminal, feel free to check out the website. And I'll talk about some of the features later in this video. But I first wanted to talk about kind of an update on the social arbitrage fund performance. So if you're not familiar with the social arbitrage fund, this is the hedge fund that's connected to the TickerTrends business. And we employ a fully managed social arbitrage strategy within this fund, which of course includes additional analysis and strategies that's kind of outside of what I discuss on my YouTube channel. And that's just to protect the edge and the advantage that we have in the market, which has allowed us to build up until this point quite a profitable strategy. If you click on the view deck button on our website, you will then be able to view a pitch deck on the hedge fund where it talks a little bit about what we do in the social arbitrage fund, where our edge comes from. There's a lot of text here, and if anything, too much text. So if you're interested in learning about the fund, you think it could be something that's potentially interesting for you, you do have to be an accredited and qualified client within the US. And that means that you have certain minimum net worth requirements to invest into the hedge fund. But essentially, we use this idea of social arbitrage, which is analyzing this type of alternative financial data to gain an edge on the market. We then track that edge over time, see when the information is disseminated into the rest of the market, and then exit the position. And of course, we also employ quite complex risk management to deal with tail risk and other risks that are outside of the purview of our data and things that we track. But with the social arbitrage hedge fund, a big thing of what this has allowed us to do is it's allowed us to essentially take this idea of alternative data with the data platform, combine it into the hedge fund entity, which is now allowing us to generate much more revenue. And that means that we can make the actual data platform really, really good. And of course, that benefits our hedge fund, which benefits the data platform. It's kind of a circular flywheel that where when the fund performs better, so does the data terminal. And it's something that's really exciting because I think that the fund will only continue to do well, which means that the data terminal will get exponentially better even than where it already is. So let's talk about some of the features that we've added to the data terminal since we've last discussed it. First of all, I would like to mention that we updated our documentation for TickerTrends. So here we have our new documentation v2, where we have some data type coverage, which is just brief descriptions of the data types that we have on the platform. Then we have the documentation for the various sections of the website. This is the Discover section, Analyze section, and Manage section. Essentially, the website is split into 3 sections: Discover, where you can discover opportunities; Analyze, where you can analyze opportunities; and Manage, where you can manage the data set that you're tracking on your account. So it's meant to be very intuitive, more easy to use, although some of these features can be a little bit complex or you might have questions about them. So that's where the documentation can come in so that you have a better idea of what's going on and how to use the TickerTrends platform. So maybe even before, if you're researching the platform, definitely check out the documentation, read up on the features, what you can do with it, and how you can use it to see if it fits your interests and your goals. If you decide that based on the documentation it is something that you're interested in, then I'll go over some of the new features that we've added to the platform and some of the continuous improvements that hopefully by the time this video is out might be launched in the next couple of days or so. Essentially, I always talk about this, but we're constantly improving the platform. So in the current state, it's exponentially better than it was, let's say, 3 months ago. In another 3 months, the platform is going to be entirely different, improved even further, new data sources, more reliability, more features, just because this is a very actively developed platform that's constantly evolving since we are a relatively early stage company. When you first launch the data platform, you're greeted with the Pro chart, which is just the regular chart to analyze the various data sources which we have on the platform. Again, if you're not familiar with it, currently we have web traffic, mobile data, Amazon search data, Reddit data, TikTok data, Google search data, news, images, shopping, YouTube, as well as basic price information. And for all of these data sources, you can entirely customize the terms and values that you're tracking. So if you want to add a website, if you want to add a search term, a TikTok term, etc., as long as there's enough data for it, you can track it on this platform. And we provide you with a default data set. And when I say data set, that means companies like tickers and terms that are tracked on the website by default. But you can also entirely customize that and add new ones, even if they aren't tracked by default on the website. So you can add new companies. Let's say if Tesla wasn't added to my account, I could add a new ticker and add the Tesla stock ticker. If the Tesla website wasn't already being tracked, I can add that as well through the add data section, or through other parts of the website where I can add a web traffic data type or a trend term data type, which is Google search. This is all covered in the documentation as well. In terms of new features, since some of our previous videos, one thing that we've added, which I think is quite cool, and again, something that will be built on even more in the future, is general country-specific news sentiment information. So I'll show you what this is on the chart here, but essentially what you can do is you can select some historical range of dates that you'd like to see for a specific country. And what we do on our end is we have a database of news articles, of top news articles for these specific countries, and we've analyzed the sentiment of these news articles specifically in a financial context. So we have some sentiment model that is specifically for analyzing financial sentiment, and we've applied that to these top news articles over a historical period for various countries. So for all of these countries, like you can see here, Turkey, United Kingdom, Switzerland, South Africa, These are actually countries that tend to have some form of tradable currency as well, which is why we added those. You can view, in this case, this is about 2 years of historical data, news article sentiment data, and add some form of moving average to that to try to see some interesting information. So this could be used to see kind of economic sentiment within that country. Maybe you're using it to analyze currency sentiment or potential for the currency of that country. Really, this is just a new tool that we've added with some of the data that we collect. And in this current state, I think it provides really, really interesting, unique information. And this is actually updated on a daily basis. So for all of the countries, some of them don't have as much historical data, although we are working on improving that over time. But for countries like United States, we have the most historical data, and these are all of these countries are updated on a daily basis, assuming we have some top news articles that we're collecting for it. So I think this is a really cool way or example of using alternative data for general economic analysis, even outside of company-specific analysis. So this is one of the new features that we've added to the platform. Another thing that we've added is, of course, the mobile data, which I briefly mentioned in the previous video. But mobile data is really helpful for analyzing companies that might have some form of important app or mobile platform that relates to their company. So really, the more data sources you're looking at, the broader the selection of companies that you can analyze, the more information you have to make an informed analysis on whatever you're researching. So that's why we have these types of data specific pages for various companies. In this case, I'm looking at Chipotle daily active user estimates over time, as well as App Store rankings, in this case for the Android platform. If you're looking at iOS, that's App Store. Android is the Android Play Store. Of course, we still have our existing data sources such as Reddit, TikTok, Google Trends with the trends chart, which I've covered in a previous video. I will mention that for our Reddit data, by the time this video is out, there should be some pretty substantial improvements to the collection of this data. So our Reddit data infrastructure has really been improving a lot recently. So this means that you'll be able to extract some really valuable information from this. And of course, we have all of our existing additional charts here, such as the Discover and Analyze sections, which we've just been improving reliability on, getting out any bugs. And so the platform has been in a really good state for users to be able to manage large quantities of data that they can track for various companies, cryptocurrencies, and tradable assets, and even sectors overall. I will say that another new thing, a new feature that's coming very soon, and again, all of this is included in the $87 per month price, is also more cryptocurrency focused features in terms of being able to analyze short-term sentiment information and longer-term trends relating to cryptocurrency discussion over time. So this will be valuable, especially in a, let's say, hotter economic environment where more people are looking at short-term cryptocurrency trends. They're trying to find maybe the AI cryptocurrency token that they think will perform well, or just see in general what people are discussing in the cryptocurrency market. So that's another major data source and feature that we'll be adding likely in the next week or so. So that's a general overview of some of the updates to the TickerTrends platform. We've been working on this a lot. Our team has been really amazing at getting a lot of this done in terms of the public side of TickerTrends, the business with the data platform, and also with the social arbitrage fund. I think what's amazing is that with the social arbitrage fund, we also have so much incredible technology that unfortunately we have to keep internally. But by keeping it internally, I think that our returns, which even for January, we'll be announcing them at the end of the month, but our returns even for the month of January within this year, of course, the market is generally pretty strong in January this year. But we've been able to outperform base indexes quite substantially. So I think that essentially our technology, our innovation, our research, and everything we've been able to build will show very, very well through the returns of the social arbitrage fund. And of course, the TickerTrends data platform will only continue to exponentially improve as we have more resources from the social arbitrage fund. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and seeing this general update on TickerTrends and what we've been working on. Of course, feel free to reach out to us, to myself. I'm very active to responding to Twitter DMs and emails, or anyone interested in working with us in any way, whether it be an individual using the data platform, an institution looking to invest in the social arbitrage fund, or anyone just looking to ask questions and learn or do something exciting. That's really what I'm here to do. And I'm very passionate about alternative data. So we're only going to innovate more, build more exciting things, and I'm really excited for the future of TickerTrends. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and see you in the next video.